So I was really excited when David Icke got back to me like, yo, Trav, I'll come on your podcast. So yeah, that's coming up. I'm not even going to tell you guys when, just that it's going to be coming up soon. And the podcast itself is every 2 weeks, at least to begin with. And if you haven't already seen the first 2 episodes, I had Tom Montauk and Robert Malone join me, and both those conversations were awesome. I'm posting clips on my social media, but for the full episodes, go to the website. You can check it out. And yeah, I've got plenty more guests lined up, and I'm really excited how this is going to go. So stick around, stay tuned. More of that coming. And also, the whole thing with Russia, like, it's really quite fascinating. Now, of course, it's happened at really curious timing. Now, there is a lot more mystery in this world than we're often told. And there isn't so much like the bad guys have complete control over this place. We, the people, are so powerful. And with our minds and our body and our consciousness, we do have a say of what goes on here. So, but with all of that, I just invite people to have a bit of mystery in their mind of what's going on here. And the timing of it. Was it that it was seen some far in the future that this was going to happen at the upper hearts of the control system, and that the good and the bad could see that? So quickly COVID measures were removed. Here in England especially, it just sort of happened like that. The timing is quite funny. Or is it because people were getting out of the COVID narrative, so then it was like, okay, if we continue with this, too many people are going to wake up, so we better remove them as fast as possible. And now that they are starting to wake up, we need something else to distract them. It could be a combination of a few of those things. That's what I say. Invite the mystery into your mind. Think about these things. Don't just, listen to what other people say. Even in the alternative movement, because we're often very cynical and think that the bad guys have all of the control and we have no power, which isn't fucking true. We have so much power. But with the whole thing happening as it is, and Russia sort of trying to be censored from the whole world. Like, even RT News Telegram channel has been censored in part. You can still find it if you have the desktop app. You go to telegram.org and you can download that version, and that is still allowing you to see the RT News channel for now. But McDonald's has just been closed down in Russia. What a fucking shame for the Russian people, huh? But all these globalist corporations and all of that, even the banking system, they're sort of cutting ties with Russia. Is that, in the long term, could be really good for Russia? I mean, other parts of the world, like, I don't know, I saw some number floating around at like 50 to 60% of the world is still trading with Russia. So it's not like they're blacked out from the whole world. It's just the West. And that may actually hurt the West in many ways, and will force Russia to innovate and build its own systems. And maybe in the future it could be really good. So we'll see. I mean, it's, definitely should still keep our eye on the ball with some of the stuff related to COVID. Just for now, as there has been a massive dump of evidence related to Pfizer and the vaccine injuries. So that's kind of interesting. I will do another video looking through the actual document that was sent to me, and it's really curious timing. Is it just like, oh no, we needed something to distract people from the COVID stuff because so many people are waking up? Maybe that was part of it. But still, here in the UK, we really have to focus on the whole fluoridation issue, all right? So the last part of the Health and Care Bill, or the last passages of the Health and Care Bill, are going through the House of Lords, and it'll be in the next couple of weeks that they will, debate these things, the amendments and the clauses. And there's 2 clauses, 163 and 164, that are really crucial that we sort of pay attention to, because we don't want fluoride in our water. Now, if you've never heard of fluoride, or you don't know what fluoride is or why it's bad, go to Fluoride Free Alliance and Fluoride Free Alliance UK on Instagram, or Fluoride Free Alliance on Telegram, or go to the Fluoride Free Alliance website, ukfff.org. You can find all the links on the Fluoride Free Alliance social media, and just look into what fluoride actually is and how it can be very detrimental to our health. I mean, naturally occurring fluoride isn't as bad. Calcium fluoride, it's not like the greatest thing to have in your water, but it's not such an issue. It's the artificial fluoride that is really the key problem here, because of the compounds that are attached to it, and it's a toxic waste product. Essentially, it's poisoning our water in the name of, so someone's making money from it somewhere, but the ultimate agenda, I believe, is control. Because if you can make people a little bit more stupid, a little less spiritual, you make them easier to control and manage, like cattle, which is what some of our enemies view the general population as. But we're not fucking cattle. We're incredible, beautiful, amazing, incredible, divine beings who should have freedom of choice of what we put in our body, and we don't want a medicine put into our water supply against our will. You call it a medicine, but it's more of a toxic poison. But that's what they'll say. And even still, they call it a medicine. Where's my consent, man? Are you just going to put this in my water? Where's my... You didn't ask me. You didn't say anything about it. And what about all the food that's going to be grown with this water? What about the fucking swimming pools? And what about this? What about that? Fuck fluoride. So if you haven't already, get connected with Fluoride Free Alliance. And we can put an end to that before it even gets started. Otherwise, it could be a lengthy battle if they try and roll it out nationally. But yeah, guys, we've still got things to focus on. So whilst it's good to pay attention, I think, to what's going on in Ukraine and Russia, because it affects everyone in the whole world, and there's more to it than what is, being portrayed in the media. Who do you think the actual good guys are? And of course, there are people dying, and on the ground, it's definitely traumatic for civilians. But learn about these things, get the best perspective you can get, but then also focus on the battle at home, right? And we've definitely got things to focus on. So we'll keep going here, and I'll keep informing you guys of all of the updates I get, and we'll fuck this fluoride off. No, we'll get cleaner water.